Hi, welcome everyone. This is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations, and I'm really hoping the microphone works today. I was on a Zoom last night, it did not. So I tested it before going live. It says I can talk. Hopefully it was right. We are here for another online class, and today I have a beautiful card. This one right here. And it's not only beautiful on the outside, but it's got this really super fun surprise on the inside, and it has these little floating bees. So we're going to work on that today. It's not going to be hard, I promise. That's kind of my thing. I love to teach you guys things that look a little kind of complicated and make it super easy so that you can replicate these things at home. And of course, everything I use is Stampin' Up! Related, and all those things can be purchased in my online store. And I appreciate those of you who support me, because that's what allows me to keep doing what I love doing, which is sharing these ideas with you. So with no further ado, let's get down to the desk and get busy making this beautiful card. Okay, so here's the bundle we're using, and this is the bundle I used on Monday. Monday we did another card. We did this one here, which was using the Queen Bee bundle in kind of a shabby chic kind of look. And today we're doing this one. This one uses it's not Dandy Designs, it's Favored Flowers. That's it. The Favored Flowers is a designer series paper that is a free option with Celebration. Right now, between January 1st and February 29th, you can earn things for free. Whether you are shopping as a customer, hosting as a hostess, or if you decide to join, there is the best join offer going on right now that for $129 you can get $175 worth of product and this adorable little mini cut and emboss machine. And this is only going on through the end of the month. So I just want everybody to be aware that there are lots of ways I can help you save money and help you get free things. And this paper is just one of those free things. So back to our card. Like I said, this right here is a die that will cut out the stamped image. And then there's several that just cut out another image. Now, one of the things I went ahead and cut out was those bees. And so there is a stamp for a bee, and it's kind of this flying version right here. But I went ahead and used the other die cuts to create these little bees here, and they're in two parts, and then we're going to glue them together. So then they'll do that. I also want to point out, did you know that on the back of our dies, at least one in the set, I think there's more than one, but they put the item number of what the stamp set or what the die set is. So if you ever find a loose die and you're wondering what set it goes to, flip it over and check to see if it's got one of those numbers on the back, because it just might. Okay, for our card, I have 2 pieces of basic black. Now, when I did mine, I actually cut it at 5.5 on the long way, like the 8.5 was going this way. I cut it 5.5. I went over to 4.25 and I scored, came over 1/2 inch, scored, came over 1/2 inch, scored, and then went over another 4.25. And then I folded it so this came up as kind of an A-frame, and then butted it together. And then I cut off the top. Now that's something you can do. Like I said, I needed to slice off the score line that was up top here. But this may just be easier. And what I did is I cut this to 5.5 by 4.75. And then I scored it at 1/2 inch. So this is going to be our card base size, in that it's 4.25 by 5.5. But it's got this extra little 1/2 inch that we're going to use to butt these two together. And that's where our bees are going to live, is we're going to have them pop out of this. So yes, The cut and emboss machine absolutely comes with the plates. It comes with everything you need to start die cutting and embossing. It has all the numbered plates, just like our larger machine does. So it's got 1, 2 of the 2s, a 3, and a 4. I've had super good luck with my blue machine. I absolutely love it. It is fantastic. My white machine, I don't know. I love it. It's a great machine. It doesn't grab the plates as well. I've had to like stagger them and play with it a little bit to make them grab. Now, somebody pointed out to me that you can use the gray plate instead of the white, and it might grab better. So if you have one of the mini machines and you're not happy with it, try the gray plate. So you would go gray and then the 2 clears, and put your die cutting in between. It should be fine. Stampin' Up! Always stands behind their products. And so if that's not the quick fix that you need, absolutely get a hold of me. We will get a hold of Stampin' Up! And we will figure out what's going on, because they absolutely stay behind their product and support things really well. So the other pieces we're going to need are some more designer series paper that I'm going to put on the inside. These are 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have the inside piece that is die cut using the Scalloped Contours dies. I used this one right here. So that's going to be our inside. I fussy cut out one of the little flowers. We'll have that in the corner. And then for the front of the card, I have this designer series paper. They're all from the Favored Flowers. I was hesitant at first. I wasn't a real big fan of the black background. It was a little dark for me. I have found a few cards that I liked, and then fussy cutting out the flowers and putting them on a white background helped me a ton. So some people love the black background. Some people don't. We can make it work for both. And then they've got these great patterns on the other side. So if you don't like flowers at all, there's a pattern. So there's a great way to make all of our Stampin' Up! Stuff work. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the front. I'm going to put this on the inside. You know me, I like to get rid of a lot of little pieces before I lose something on my desk. Because we all know that's possible, right? I've done that before. There's something about crafting. You start like moving things around and working on your project, and things get buried. Okay. Now I'm not going to glue this in yet because we have some stamping to do on it. And that's another rule. I always stamp before adhering because we want to make sure that it's a stamped image or saying that I am happy with. And if I'm not, we'll flip it over and stamp on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our bees together as well, because those are the littlest pieces. Those would be the first to get lost. When I die cut them, I went ahead and I put adhesive sheet on the back of the black because I wanted to be able to flip this over and remove this backing, and then I have a sticker. So I don't have to worry about trying to put adhesive on these teeny tiny little lines in here and worry about whether or not it would ooze out the side and make a mess. With the adhesive sheets, there is no mess. Sorry. So I'm just going to line it up and press down, and presto, there's our bee. I love using the Take Your Pick tool as the little tool to remove the backing. That's just one of the many things the Take Your Pick tool does. So I'm going to go ahead and mount all the little bees as far as just putting the two pieces together. Come on. There we go. Now this morning I opened up one of my new stamp sets and I put it into the case and saved the paper, but I thought I probably should have showed you when I did it. Our photopolymer stamps come between two little pieces of clear acetate. So there's one that's a little thicker and then there's one that's thin. I always save these. I don't keep my stamps on them because there are images on the inside of our stamp cases now. So I just stick them direct to the stamp case. But I don't throw away these little pieces of acetate because you can use them for so many things. The thin one, I have a tendency to use most for shaker cards. And then the thicker one I use for things like this, which is going to be holding up our bees. And I cut them into little strips. So anytime I have excess acetate, I cut all these little strips. And I use them for my pop-ups, either in a card in a box or these pop-ups here. There's lots of different times that I want something to pop up, but I don't want too much bulk and I don't want it to be visible. So the fact that these are clear makes them easy to work with. I usually cut them about 1/4 of an inch wide. And then they just adhere really easily to the back with a glue dot. Now again, I can cut this down and make it thinner. It doesn't need to be quite so thick, but we'll go with it. And I'm just using one glue dot and adhering it on the back of each bee. Now I'm going to arrange them so that they're kind of, this one's straight, this one's cattywampus. We'll do the other one cattywampus the other direction. I'm just kind of making them look random so that they look like they're flying around, right? And if you wanted to, you can cut another of the crushed curry and put that on the back. And so the acetate would be sandwiched in between the two, which would hide it. I might have one more that I was using over there. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, so then I can just figure out how I want these guys to be flying around. So I probably don't want them with the same angle. There we go. I think I like that. I'm going to make them go at different heights. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut that off. But how I'm going to make them stick is I'm going to go right along here with a piece of tear and tape. So I went ahead and I just put tear and tape down there. And then I'm going to peel off the backing, again, using the Take Your Pick tool. And then this is going to be the top. So I want my bees this way. So I want them facing me. As we open the card, I want that there. So I'm just adhering them along this tear and tape. kind of going up and down, various heights, different directions, just being very random. And I've got excess hanging over the bottom. So all I'm going to need to do there is just take some paper snips and snip those off. Okay, then I'm going to take another thing of tear and tape just to be extra cautious. And then I've got lots of adhesive here. And then I'm going to take my other piece and I'm going to butt them up together. So you can see that my score lines are together. And you could even go this way if you wanted to watch and make sure that your score lines butt up. But that's all there is to it. Ah, you lost my camera. Darn. Something went wrong, no kidding. So I am trying again. I apologize. I thought we had this fixed. I obviously still have internet. Yeah, my camera on the internet, it's my phone, and it just wigged out and said, try again. So I'm trying and it's not connecting. But you'll have to let me know where it kind of dropped off. Did you get to see when I butted the two pieces together? Come on. Okay, I don't know why it did that. I'm trying to get it back. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. Don't you just love technology? It was easy enough to flip it. To get that to do my face, to get this to do the desktop is not working. Okay, so I had the bees attached to one side and they were separate. So then I just pushed those two things together. So there's adhesive between these two pieces. And that's what's making our fold for our card. So the flowers obviously go on the front and it pops open and shows us the bees. Okay. When I stamped the big bee, this is supposedly trying to connect over here. I took the stamp of our largest bee and I went ahead and I inked it up all over with fresh freesia. And drop it on the floor. See, technology gets me all flustered when it does this. Okay, so I ink it up all with fresh freesia. Then I'm going to take the sponge daubers. I have sponge daubers in all the colors. So I'm going to pull out my Highland Heather, my Blackberry Bliss, and Gorgeous Grape, because I wanted to do a little bit of an ombre kind of look. And so, come on. It seems StreamYard's not responding, but you're still talking to me. So you're there, right? I'm here. We're live. Why it doesn't like my phone, I don't know. I wonder if I can go to anything else. So I'm going to start with the Highland Heather. Nope, I apparently lost all internet on my phone. Says I'm on Wi-Fi and connected. Let's take it off of Wi-Fi. Okay. And then I'm going to, like I said, take the Highland Heather little sponge dauber, and I'm going to go ahead and dab it on here. Maybe. And then I'm going to dab it onto our little bee. And so I just want various little pieces. I think I may got it if I'm on the, sorry, I think I got it. I have a camera on here. I want it the other way.
Okay, might have my desk back.
I'll need that. Okay, I'm just on our phone service, but I think I'm back. Can everybody see my desk now? It's so weird. Okay, so I'm just dabbing a little bit on there. Then I'm going to take Gorgeous Grape, and then I'm going to dab a little. And then I'm going to take Blackberry Bliss and dab a little more. Now with the Blackberry Bliss, I'm kind of aiming at the little legs and his antennae, the things that are, you know, obviously going to be darker. And then just a little bit on the edges. And this comes out different every time, because obviously you can't do that exact same dabbing every time. But then I'm going to just set it down and see how pretty this is? I got it in multiple colors. And so even though I started with fresh freesia, there's kind of an ombre, and you can see where I had dabbed other colors. And then I'm going to do kind of the same effect with the words. So for the Queen on the front, I used Daffodil Delight to ink the whole thing, and then I put crushed curry along the bottom. Yes, it could be. Wendy is commenting over here on YouTube that this would be really cute to do the bees in a solid color and then die cut the wings from vellum. That would be very cool. Okay, so I'm going to come in with Queen. We're going to ink this all in Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to grab the sponge dauber for Crushed Curry. And I'm just doing the bottom half. So I'm kind of angling to just get that part. So again, that's how I got my ombre. And then I'm going to stamp the crown in Crushed Curry onto Crushed Curry because I wanted it to pop a little bit more. And then we have our words. So on the inside, I had Happy Birthday. And so I'm going to stamp that onto our scalloped rectangle. I'm going to ink them in Highland Heather, and then we'll sponge some Gorgeous Grape along the bottom. Okay. I'm flustered. Silly technology has me flustered. Okay, so Highland Heather, and then I'm going to take Gorgeous Grape just along the bottom. Okay, so it's not as dark. Let's see. Oh, I see. I had done Fresh Freesia and Gorgeous Grape. So that one has a much better ombre. There was more of a color difference between the two. But it still says Happy Birthday. It's got a little bit of an ombre, but I don't think we're picking it up as well on camera as that other one did. Okay, so that's ready to get adhered on the inside. And then somewhere I have my little flower. So we can put that right there. Should I just have that? Oh, okay. So there's our inside with our little floating bees. Then for the outside, we're going to need to do some die cutting. So we're going to bring in our mini. That one fits on camera a little better. So I have plates 1, 2, and 1. I'm going to pull in my coordinating dies. Yeah, the hitchhiker. So there's that one. We have our queen. They give us this great little label here. labeled die. Okay, and then we had a little crown. Now this one I found a little hard to line up because it's just so little. There's not much room for error. But you can see the crown die has the little ups and downs, and so does our stamp. So the best thing I can suggest is just to really try to line up those little ups and downs and put it in there so you cannot see the edge. That's been giving me the most success with getting these things lined up. If you're worried it's going to shift on you, I sometimes will put a Post-it note over it to hold it in place. But yep, looks like we did okay. So there's our little die cut crown. Now we're ready to start assembling the front of our card. So I'm going to bring this back in, and I'm going to just kind of position where I think I want things to go. And then I'm going to adhere them with dimensionals. So for some of them, I'm going to use minis, but I can also use the standard ones under the big B. Okay, so my card is trying to pop up a little. And that's because it's fairly new. My other one lays flatter because I've had it's been done for a while. I think once I, burnish this with a bone folder a little longer and maybe put it in one of our clear, when I package up my cards, I put them with the basic white envelope and then inside a medium clear acetate envelope. And so that helps, secure them or flatten them out. Okay. There's our little B. The crown obviously needs a mini. And then I'm going to put this one down here, and we'll put that on dimensionals as well. But for a little added flair, I'm going to put a little strip of our ribbon behind it. So I'm just adhering that with Stampin' Seal. And then we can come in with dimensionals for our pop. And there we go. There is our finished card. Again, I think I recommend the Fresh Freesia and Gorgeous Grape for the better ombre on the happy birthday. Yes, washi tape would work well too to hold dies in place for die cutting. But there's today's card. Despite our technical difficulties, we did it. So what do you think? You think this is something you can do? Is it a technique you're going to give a try? I'm anxious to see who wants to try this fold. I know Wendy told me she thought it was going to be difficult. Do you still think it's going to be difficult? Or have we simplified it for you? I want to thank everyone who's been putting in hashtag prize patrol. That's how you get entered into the drawing, because I'm going to pick someone as our winner to earn today's card. You would get that in the mail. So go ahead and enter that. And I have next week's card on Monday. It's a Monday, so we're switching gears. And we're setting aside the Queen Bee stamp set, and we're moving on to Beautifully Happy, which is a stamp set in our celebration brochure. It's a $100 level because it comes with lots and lots of stamps. It fills up both sides of our little case here. And it's actually gorgeous. I thought, oh, another flower. That's just what I need, right? I have lots of flowers. But as I played with it some more, I actually realized I like how easy it is to do, because it has the outline, and I can color with watercolor pencils, blends. I mean, I can color with anything I want, but they also included stamps. So I can just quickly stamp the fill-in colors, and I'm getting my colored look to my lined design here, but it's a whole lot faster. So in class, it's going to go much faster. So that was kind of fun to figure out that, I actually did need this stamp set, and it was free. So, hey, but we're trying a new fold. I'm going the wrong way again. And this fold will be the key to what we're doing on Monday. We're going to learn how to do that. So I hope you come back on Monday for another free online class. I was kind of stalling so everybody could get in hashtag prize patrol, because then we are ready to spin and see who our winner is. This is another one I did this yesterday. Gosh, I'm losing track of the week. But earlier this week, we played around with the Paper Pumpkin Possibilities blog hop, and I tried using the pieces that came in the Paper Pumpkin kit to do something different. So this was the fold I used for that, and I liked it so much, we're using it again next week. So doesn't matter whether you have the free stamp set or not. If you learn the fold, you can use it with any colors and any supplies you have at home. So let's go ahead and remove the desk and share our screen for the draw. I so appreciate all of you who hung out through all of my technical difficulties. Congratulations, Jeanne. You are today's winner. You well know what you do is you pop on over to my blog and you fill in up at the top, you add to the address at queenbeecreations.net. You're going to add to the end /prize patrol, and that will pop you into a Google form where you can share your address with me, and I'll be able to pop that in the mail for you. So congratulations, Jeanne. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to pop that in the mail, and thank you. Just technology. I mean, I tell you, but we did it. We overcame and we got through. So thank you. And I will see you tomorrow night. If you're going to come to my reverse birthday party, that's going to be online. There is a Facebook event, and it's going to be in the event. I'll probably share a Zoom link. We'll go on Zoom. I'll stream that into the group if you can't get onto the Zoom, but we're just going to play around, have some fun, stamp, and do some birthday things and give away prizes. Everybody always loves prizes. So see you tomorrow night or next Monday. Thanks. Bye.